In this video, we will talk about rules of client examination. And there is a particular guide about that, and of course you will get it in PDF version for your disposal. But I will comment a little bit why these rules are written there and maybe give some recommendations. Let's go. We have talked with you about preparation of the equipment. We were talking about calibration, that is actually calibrating the device and the software. And next thing is that we need to prepare a client. So client should be properly cooked before you can test him or her. So you can see there is a list of 8 points that you should check. Number 1, there should be no watches, rings, and other metal objects on hand. Well, this is our routine thing, I would say. I cannot say that the influence of these metal objects will be significant when you are doing the scan. Well, maybe those smart watches, etc., they are influencing you, but you have to remember that you should take off only those things that you wear only in the daytime. So, for example, if you are constantly walking and living with those smart watches or some rings, you should leave them on your hand even during the scan. Well, additionally, with Bywell 3, we have, you remember, the conductive silicon here, so the influence of the other metal objects on the hand is not so big with Bywell 3. Second option, about the pacemakers. Well, pacemakers are electronic equipment, right? And yes, we have never had any problems scanning people with pacemakers, but who knows? We do not recommend to do that without supervision of a medical doctor, because, well, pacemaker is an electronic equipment, and who knows how it will react to the MF impulse of the Bywell device. So, better to evade the complications. Same story about the third line. About the myocardial infarction, our heart is also electronic equipment, by the way, and it also reacts to the electronic impulses. So again, people with a very weak heart or who have just recently had myocardial infarction, we do not recommend to do scans without medical supervision. You have to warn people about that. You have to get a signed consent form from these people, and only then you can still do the scan. Number 4, about eating. Client has not eaten within the previous 1.5 to 2 hours. This is just because eating, consumption of food and drinks brings you more energy. And actually, well, you can guess the scans after eating should look better or not. What do you think? Usually, just because you have received food and it's energy, and organism usually is happy about receiving more energy, and usually the scans right after eating are good and better than you are, and this is hiding the problems even more than you do by default, because this concept, our organism not willing to share, this is still there. We'll talk about this concept in lessons. Number 5. Washing hands. Yeah, if you're dirty, you see the nota bene here. So if you had to wash just because they were too dirty, you have to wait for 15 minutes for the restoration of the chemistry and humidity of the skin to its normal and natural condition. Because you cleanse your arms with the soap, especially, your chemical composition of your fingertips, and also the amount of water there. So, of course, the emission will change just because of that water and soap. Well, the way in application of the Bywell, some are actually using Bywell in their practice to see the state of their patients before and after operations. They actually intentionally clean the fingers of their clients with alcohol, with spirit, pure spirit, medical spirit, before they do the scanning, because they don't want this psychological, need only physiological, the meat part. Up to you. I'm just warning the washing influences. Number 6. And 7 are about our beautiful part of the humankind. During and for some ladies, +- 2 days, the emission can be significantly perturbed, and depending how smooth this menstruation goes for each particular person. Even on the hormonal level, of course, and for some women there is no even pain, and they go smoothly, easily. So maybe in this case you will not see so many distractions in the emission we'll see. while of time you will see a significant change. I'll give examples later on in lesson. Number 7, long nails. We are trying to scan, so we are dependent on the shape and the length of the nails. And of course, the long nails do not allow you to put the fingers properly, ideally, on the surface of the glass electrode of the Bible device. Yeah, in Buffy there is an extra space on top where the nail can fit, but still, yeah, it's more complicated. It takes more time to do the scans of the hand with long nails. So this is why it's better to warn client before comes that fingers, nails should be ready for scan. Number 8, you should ask the client about any types of medications, any drugs they're taking at the moment, because they are influencing the results of the Bible scan. I will show you in other lessons the cases from my personal practice and practice of the therapists and distributors of the Bible equipment. How can significantly change the results in the Bible. So these are the rules. So you better create some kind of a consent for your own clients on your official paper, blank, so people can, know if they're taking any drugs or if they have any chronic diseases like infection, pacemakers, blah blah blah. Should sign it before getting scanned. So in this way, you are safe from side effects. It's a very small lesson. You just need to know that you have to take care of these things while preparing your clients for an examination. That's it for this lesson. Thank you, and see you in the next one.
Dụ nó tới 6 cái học rồi,
6 cái lắc,
nó có 6 bộ lắc,
yeah.
Nhưng mà ví dụ như nó yếu một lắc một học xài, nhưng mà vẫn không cầu, là hơi lượng nó hơi cái nói
con thấy là mấy cái bình bây giờ người ta bán nó có đắt. Hồi xưa con tưởng một cái bình nó đắt lắm.
Đúng rồi, có nhiều cái mình mua mình giật mình.
Dạ,
như chú lâu rồi chú không có tay vỏ xe như trên rồi tự nhiên nổi cái 200 mấy mấy triệu, cái gì hỏi có 250 300 nó cũng không